Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped, and welcome to this week's Midweek 180. It's a common theme running through Midweek 180s at the moment. I've got a busy week this week. I'm actually off the back end of this week. I'm going skiing with a couple of mates for a few days. So I'm trying to get everything done before I go away. So it's super busy. And at the same time, I'm trying to get my training in for my triathlon and also trying to create content. I was at a press day with DS Automobiles yesterday, so there's a video coming to the channel once the embargo lifts in a couple of weeks' time. Anyway, just a quick note, anyone who won one of the PAL V Remove Before Fly Drive tags, they will be posted this week. So hopefully you should get them within the next few days. I've got everybody's name and address now. They're all in envelopes, literally just over there. I'm going into town a bit later on today, so they will be posted this week. But if you've not seen one of these before, this is my midweek update where I bring you my news, views and information about upcoming reviews, all filmed in one take. I'm going to put 180 seconds in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. Again, a few people have asked just to scrap the 180 seconds and just kind of do a free-form thing. My worry for doing that, firstly, I've been doing Midweek 180 now for like 5 years. But also, I think I'd just end up talking way too long and the video will be like 15 minutes each week, and you don't want that, do you? But yes, it is a simple format, but without further ado, let's get cracking with this week's Midweek 180. I shall start my timer. Now then, leader of the pack last week was Leanne Jackson. Well done. Joined in the Magnificent Seven by Ed Moses, Rod Matheson, Francois G, Michael Kember, Stephen Spink and Brian Griffith. So whoever was the first comment this week, you'll be my leader of the pack next week, and the first 7 comments will be in my Magnificent Seven. Now, having had no Where Are Yous and What You're Doings the week before, I had loads this week. My 3 favourite ones, just from a kind of furthest away from us. Chris Latham, you were in the Maldives, my favourite place on earth, paradise. Sean D'Souza was sat in a pool in Sydney in 38 degrees. All of us Northern Hemisphere people are very, very jealous of that, Sean. And Ben P was on a German ice train doing 250 kilometres an hour. I just thought that was a nice diverse mix. But wherever you are right now, whatever you're doing, put it in the comments below, and I'll give you a shout out next week. Last week's question was, when lots of videos drop after a press embargo, what are your go-to channels? I think basically it was Henry, Harry, Matt and Joe, and a little bit of me. And I agree, that's pretty much my go-to as well. This week's question, if you could only buy cars for the rest of your life from one brand, you had to literally nail your colours to a particular mast, what brand would it be? Which one would you choose? You have to be sensible. I go, oh, buy Bugatti. But you think about it, you've got to have a family car or a run-around car. Which brand? F1 the weekend from Jeddah. It's just great having the racing back. I think it was the best race ever. It was spiced up a bit by Leclerc and Verstappen being out of position at the beginning. Amazing drive from Max, much as it grates me to say so. But yeah, to fight from the back and get second was very impressive. I did feel for Alonso. I think the penalty was fully justified. The same thing happened the week before. I don't understand why it took half the race for them to realise that there was a problem and then wait until he'd had his podium and then tell him. They could have surely... You watch the footage, literally the first time I watched the footage, you went, yeah, rear jackman's touching the car, that's a penalty. So I think they messed up there in a big way. Car news... Bit of a shout out, bit of a different one this one. Happy 10th birthday to Dynamo. My mate Neil's GP2. Quite a well-known car. GP2 Hot is the number plate. Happy birthday, Dynamo. I know Neil absolutely loves that car. He's out driving it like literally every weekend. And then new car news, I don't know if you saw this picture. This is a car from a company called MST Cars, who are based in Bangor in Wales. And they specialise in Mark 1 and Mark 2 escorts. Go on their website. Oh my days, there's some beautiful stuff on there. But they're doing a Metro 6R4 Restomod. Very little information about it so far, just some pictures of the body shell. I would literally sell parts of my body and just do anything to buy one of those. I think that looks absolutely awesome. And then this Friday at 6, I've got a video I've wanted to make for a very long time. I've basically got a Porsche Boxster GTS 2.5 versus 4 litre. That's good timing. So yes, so last week, I think I mentioned it on the Midweek 180 last week, I had the 4 litre Boxster GTS from Porsche. Now, if you're not familiar with the whole Boxster GTS thing, my Boxster GTS is a 4-cylinder turbocharged 2.5 litre engine, and then they replaced that with a 4 litre 6-cylinder naturally aspirated engine. And whenever you do anything online with a 4-cylinder Boxster, people will go, oh, it should be 6-cylinder. So I got one, and I've done the most comprehensive comparison I could. I compare noise, I do a 0 to 60 test, and then having lived with the car, I now know that I couldn't buy one. I couldn't live with a 4-litre GTS. But the reason is probably one you won't guess. So you will need to tune in on Friday at 6 for my 2.5 versus 4-litre Boxster GTS video. I'm really pleased with how it came out. It was an absolute nightmare to film. I should have filmed it last Friday, and it rained all day, which is not good for filming. So I then had to film it at the weekend, which I really didn't want to do, but I had to film it on Sunday. But it came out quite well, so I hope you're going to join me for that one. But yeah, I'm super busy. And then next Monday, as I said, I'm away next Monday, but I will have uploaded the video for next Monday. I've got an update on my Ironman training. And I'd really like you to tune into that. I'm going to talk about the 2 different trainers I'm working with, the kind of training plans that I'm doing, but also announce I'm going to be trying to raise a little bit of money for a charity that's very close to my heart. So if you could tune in on Monday at 6 and give that a watch, that would be amazing. But for now, I'm going to love you and leave you. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol Ped for plenty more content to come. And I'll see you on the next film, which is this Friday at 6 for the Porsche 718 Boxster 2.5-litre GTS versus 4-litre GTS. For now, I'm going to nip into town and get my hair cut and then go skiing. See you on the next film, guys. You take care. Drive safe.